A 40-year mystery, a reign of terror, finally ended by an unexpected tool: forensic genetic genealogy. This groundbreaking case exemplifies how advanced data analysis, combined with traditional police work, can solve the most intractable cold cases. In the 1970s and 80s, California was terrorized by a serial offender known as the East Area Rapist and original Night Stalker, EAONS. Despite extensive investigations, this elusive perpetrator vanished, leaving behind a trail of unsolved crimes. Law enforcement faced immense pressure to identify the individual responsible for numerous burglaries, rapes, and murders. DNA evidence from multiple crime scenes was meticulously preserved and profiled. However, repeated searches against CODIS, the National Criminal DNA Database, yielded no matches. This indicated the offender had no prior felony convictions requiring DNA submission, highlighting a critical limitation in traditional forensic databases. A new investigative paradigm was clearly required. Detectives pivoted to forensic genetic genealogy, a novel approach leveraging public DNA databases. Labs generated a single nucleotide polymorphism (SNP) profile from the aged crime scene DNA, distinct from the STR profiles used in CODIS. This SNP data, de-identified to protect privacy, was then uploaded to open-source platforms like GEDmatch. The upload identified distant relatives of the unknown offender, providing the initial investigative lead. Expert genealogists meticulously constructed extensive family trees, mapping relationships through generations. They analyzed shared centimorgans, a measure of shared DNA, to estimate the precise degree of kinship, systematically narrowing down potential familial lines. This genealogical data was then cross-referenced with public records, including birth, marriage, and death certificates. Investigators applied analytical filters based on age, sex, and geographical proximity to the crime scenes. This rigorous process, combining genetic insights with traditional detective work, allowed them to identify a single, plausible suspect: Joseph James DeAngelo. With a suspect identified, law enforcement initiated careful surveillance. They legally obtained discarded DNA samples from DeAngelo, which were then subjected to traditional STR profiling. The results provided an irrefutable match to the crime scene DNA, securing the probable cause needed for his arrest. DeAngelo, a former police officer, was apprehended, bringing closure to decades of suffering. DeAngelo was linked to at least 13 murders, 50 rapes, and over 100 burglaries. He ultimately pleaded guilty to avoid the death penalty, receiving multiple life sentences without parole. This landmark case underscored the immense power of forensic genetic genealogy as a tool for justice, demonstrating its capacity to solve cases previously deemed unsolvable. The success of this method sparked vital discussions regarding genetic privacy and consent. Many genealogy platforms have since implemented explicit opt-in policies for law enforcement access, balancing investigative needs with individual rights. This case serves as a critical training example, illustrating how data science, when ethically applied, can profoundly enhance law enforcement capabilities without replacing the indispensable role of human investigation. For more in-depth analyses of how science and technology are transforming criminal justice, subscribe to the AI Criminologist. Explore our content, share your insights, and engage with the evolving landscape of forensic investigation.